Hi everyone. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Cups, and this is communication, new beginnings in emotions, wanting to have a new emotional beginning to feel better. So this already ties into the Six of Swords. Is your mind is like, I'm removing myself. I'll just pick up the Six of Swords. So in this card, you can see there's all this rough water. Water represents emotions, and then it's smooth. And so you are moving to calmer waters. And it's a sword card, so it's your thoughts. So you are like thoughtfully saying, it's not like this emotional outburst. It may be that the emotional environment was stressing you out, but it's not this knee-jerk reaction. It's a very planned, I'm moving myself out of this situation to a situation that is more emotionally stable and calm. And so this could be simply communicating that this is the underlying reading. You want a new emotional beginning. You need to communicate that you need to feel better about things, that there are certain situations you will and will not tolerate, and that you deserve to have an environment that feels emotionally safe and supportive. And that you're just not going to stand for allowing yourself to stay immersed in a situation of emotional upheaval and mental stress. And so this is that new beginning, wanting that new beginning, communicating that that's what you want and need. So the focus of the reading, I'm going to read what had been the focus. So you have the Page of Rods, which is the Page of Wands. And this is wanting a new beginning and new communications about passion. So when we've been immersed in an emotionally negative situation or a mentally taxing situation, it drains our energy. It's exhausting. And I think part of what's so difficult about getting ourselves out of that situation is because we're literally exhausted. We've lost our fight. We've lost our passion. We've lost our energy because it just dampens our fire, all that water. And just the exhaustion of thinking about it and worrying about it and just trying, it's like you go into survival mode and you're just going through the motions. And so something in the recent past was like, either we heard some wisdom or we met someone that just, happened to say, I guess it's the same thing, just happened to say something that clicked, or we often it's something little, the straw that broke the camel's back, and it's like, what, I don't want to do this anymore. Not only do I not want to do this anymore, I'm not going to do this anymore. And just a simple act of sort of making that decision, this thoughtful decision to move away from this toxic situation or this unsatisfying situation, the situation that just no longer works, even if it's not horrible. It's like it sparks that fire in you. You have that new beginning, that passion. You've fanned the flames and the embers, and you've gotten a flame again, and so you have some energy back and motivation. And you're looking forward. It's like, I'm not going to be trapped behind this wall. I'm looking out to new beginnings beyond my current situation. And it's nice and sunny out there, as you can see. And then what's our focus now? We're planting the seeds. Along with this energy of that Page of Rods, we're planting the seeds for a practical change in our lives. This is the Ace of Pentacles, all the aces are lovely, but this is just a really wonderful card because it's so tangible. It's I mean, this is very, in a mundane sense, moving to a new house, a new job, something which requires an obvious, practical, or tangible change. So you could get a new job, you may move, you may change your health routine, and all of a sudden, get your passion to get up and get moving, take a walk, go outside. If you've, sometimes when we've been stuck in a situation, we stay home a lot, and we just get stuck in almost every way. So this is getting unstuck. We're unearthing some issues that may have been we have been covering up, that were keeping us stuck, and unburdening ourselves and realizing that we have a lot to live for and to look forward to. And this is allowing all that positive new things to come in. We're no longer, if you look at him, he was behind a wall. We're not barricading ourselves in survival mode anymore. So I think for some of us, we're really going to, or someone in our environment, but probably us, sort of realize there was something going on under the surface that was holding us back. And sort of bringing that to the surface and examining that, and then being able to let it go is one of the parts of allowing us to move on. And then we also have, so these two cards together are pretty amazing. We have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands. So these energies are similar in a way. They're both new beginnings. They're both, I say getting your mojo back, getting your fire going. Look at her. She's like living life. She's out there taking chances. She's doing stuff. It's action. She's motivated, and it's bringing her a lot of joy. She's no longer stuck. She has a little bit, as a young girl, she has this freedom going out to explore the world. And all the beautiful sunny colors. And then coming into focus is this Queen of Swords. And this is just telling me that this situation of making a thoughtful move to change our life and getting our energy back, and making the practical changes needed, and having the energy and is very much to do with our mental discipline, and that we were able to change our perspective and our perception and our thought patterns. And that was the biggest key to making this happen, was that we were like, you know what, this is no longer okay. I'm not going to stay in this situation or stay stuck in this mindset. And I am picking myself up and making plans, and I'm implementing them. And it's like choosing to move on, choosing to be happy. Just that change in thought is going to make all the difference, and make this able to actually happen. And we're going to really mature in how, again, our mental discipline, how we allow our thoughts to go, any negative self-thinking. We're going to become our own. We're just going to cut away the unnecessary sort of background noise in our head that keeps us stuck, keeps us stuck in situations that are not healthy for us. So some overall cards. Oh yeah. Okay, this is my favorite depiction of this Four of Pentacles, because I think it gets really to the heart of this card, which is about boundaries. So here's this guy, and he's over here with all of his stuff. He's hunkered down. He's burdened with all of his material things, and he's hanging on to it. And he's literally built a wall. His boundaries around his things is so strong. He's literally built a wall and excluded his family, which he probably says is really important to him, but he doesn't realize the extent of the boundaries he's put up, and what is really important to him, which is obviously his things, not the people in his life. But the crux, the basic meaning of this card is about boundaries. So I really feel like this is you laying down some boundaries. All these aces and pages and her is just like, you are not going to, this situation, this person, this place I work, where I live, my mindset, no. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to allow my boundaries to be ignored, and I'm also not going to stand for people who have unbalanced boundaries. You know, she's often seen as like a lawyer, or so it's, you know, balancing of the scales, the justice. She reminds me of the justice card. So it's like, you know, this is going to be fair. You don't get to always have everything go your way because, you know, I'm thinking of abusive people, because you throw a temper tantrum, an adult temper tantrum, or, you know, you're just so unreasonable. It's like, that's not going to happen anymore. It's not all going to be about someone else. It's not all going to be, it's not, you know, it's not going to be all or nothing. It's going to be fair, or else I'm out of here. Bye-bye. That's this is a very important card and lesson to learn. Are your boundaries too strong? Are they not strong enough? Where's the balance there? And the people usually who have the strongest boundaries are the ones who are the most disrespectful of other people's boundaries. Oh, lovely. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So she's learned how to really manage her life in a practical way. She knows how to make a house a home. She's cultivated a well-running, down-to-earth, you know, she uses this energy of planning and making practical changes, and she's mastered it. So this shows me that going from a situation like this to her, I mean, she's just happy at home. She's grounded. She's not caught up in her emotions. She's not too much in her head anymore. It's also reminding me, like, you know, that saying, oh, I'm going to mess it up. It's like, good fences make good neighbors, or strong fences. You know, she knows how to have a fence that keeps her livestock in and not bothering the other people's property, but it's not so big that her neighbors feel excluded. So this really feels, again, like echoing. It's like you've really found a way to establish your boundaries in a really balanced, healthy way. And the people who do not have healthy boundaries or respect your boundaries may get really pissed and may leave. And that's an awesome thing. Good. Celebrate that, because trying to deal with someone who's constantly disrespectful of your needs and wishes is not something you need in your life. I don't care who it is. Same with situations, a job situation, a friendship, whatever. So she's really figured it out, and she is happy and comfortable in her home. Her home no longer, or her workplace or situation no longer feels emotionally or mentally stressful. So she's made the practical changes in her life to feel safe and grounded. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.